Man, what's up? What's happening? You already know who it is and what it is. If your first time tuning in, it's your boy Nephew Q, and this is Beyond the Game. Yeah, voice is a little sad today. You know what I'm saying?
Good,
Something
good.
transpired late last night that I really don't want to talk about it, but this is a sports show, so we gotta dive into it. But anyways, I got my dude Hot Dog, aka the Hood Love Me Baby. Go introduce yourself, man. Hurry up, get it over with.
You know what it is, man. Appreciate you having me on. I've been absent last few weeks, but I'm on today to let y'all know why North Carolina lost last night.
And then we got my dude from the BTG group page who has been posting hilarious narrative videos. If y'all ain't had a chance to check them out, go check them out. I got my dude Donovan Jarman, aka the CEO, the president, the CFO of Fuck Duke United in the building. Go and introduce yourself real quick, my guy.
What's up, man? It's Donovan, man. Come here to kick it with y'all and pretty much harass Hot Dog and whoever else comes on the show.
I wouldn't have it any other way, Don. We wouldn't have it any other way, man. But let's get on into the funeral, which is why I got on my all black with my glasses
What
on.
what funeral? This is a celebration.
I'm in mourning right now of what happened last night
What
of the
funeral? This is a celebration.
of the Final Four meltdown. Our North Carolina Tar Heels were up by as many as 15 points last night as the Kansas City Jayhawks came back and beat North Carolina was 69-72 to take home the national title. Hot Dog, the floor is yours, man. What's your takeaway from not just the Final Four, but last night's game as well?
Well, starting off with last night, I stayed up till halftime. North Carolina I know Kansas started off with a 7-0 run. And then after that, North Carolina just took off. They were up 15 at the half, 40-25. I went to bed at 5 a.m. comes early. I said, all right, North Carolina's got it. They got it in the bag. I wake up middle of the night. It's about 2:30 in the morning. I check the score. It says Kansas, unbelievable comeback. I'm like, what? I could not believe it. I can't believe Kansas is the national champions. I remember about a month ago I put on Facebook that I thought they were extremely overrated. I thought they had an easy road getting into the Final Four, and of course Villanova's second best player was hurt, so that kind of had a little bit to do with it. And they just decided to shoot threes the last 2 or 3 games. So, congratulations to Kansas, but I'm still in shock after the whole day of processing. I cannot believe that North Carolina gave that game away.
Donovan, I know it, brother. It's rough right now. I know it, brother. It's rough. What's your takeaway from last night's game of seeing the Kansas Jayhawks come back, walk us down from being down 15?
They rock, chalk, jaywalked, y'all.
Man,
That's what they did.
Nobody asked you.
I'm telling you what they did, Q. I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know what they did to y'all.
What's your takeaway from last night's game, man?
I mean, honestly, in the second half, y'all seen the team that you seen 90% of the year. Wasn't cohesive, wasn't a group. We wasn't playing as a team. I'm not even going. I don't know what happened. It was just like I guess Hughes just stopped coaching and thought he could just roll the ball out in the second half. Might have got a little too cocky. I don't know. But yeah, we burnt out playing five players, 35 plus minutes a game, caught up, injuries caught on. I mean, Kansas is a blue blood. Let's put a little bit of respect on, not too much, just a little side of it. Uh, yeah, Bill Self finally did something that's been eluding him for a while. When was their last championship? 07, 08?
Oh, wait.
Oh, eight, yeah.
And they won that championship off a epic collapse as well.
Yeah, from Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis, they were up by 8 with 2 minutes to go, and they won that game off an epic collapse. So,
who's the coach?
John Calipari.
John Calipari.
Oh, that's crazy right there.
Why are you surprised? That used Carson Elsman can't coach.
Yeah,
you heard me, UK fans.
I think Don was probably surprised that they were up 8 with 2 minutes to go.
Couldn't hit their free throws, if I remember correctly.
Chris Douglas Roberts and Derrick
Rose. That was the one guy I remember. I don't think Derrick Rose was on that team.
Derrick Rose, he was a freshman. He was on that squad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the Derrick Rose
I remember
squad.
CDR. I remember him.
Oh, man. But we got my dude, Big Brute.
Thank God I got some help. Thank God he's here. Thank you, Daniel.
First of all, you ain't got no damn help. Louisville didn't make the tournament. They made it to the Final Four. Y'all ain't making no damn tournament.
You see my name on here? It's FUNC.
You ain't got no help. There's 3 people on this panel right now who could talk. One person can't say nothing because they
It's
squad
all
can
right.
make NIT, the Sweet 16 high school state championship. They ain't
Hey,
making
but you
nothing
know
this year.
what though? No matter that, Louisville is ahead in the headlines today. Nobody's talking about Kansas championship run. They're talking about how they stole a prime top assistant from Duke today.
We gonna get into the Nolan Smith and Duke situation, but Big Brute, as he shakes his head, man, what's your takeaways from the North Carolina Kansas as Kansas walked down North Carolina by being down 15 to overtake them to win the national championship last night? I told everybody who's watching right now, I got on my all black because I'm mourning right now. And I'm
Funeral
not.
service.
Yeah, funeral service today.
I told him, Daniel, this is a celebration, not a funeral.
Funeral service today, bro. It's not the fact that we lost; it's we were up by as much as 15
Yeah,
and we lost.
that's it right
That's
there.
the
That's
part that's
it.
kicking my ass today. It's like,
That's
bro,
it.
we had the game, but like Donovan said, I don't. The team in the second half is the team that me and Donovan seen majority of the season, which is one game they play like they can be the champions. The next game they play like they can't beat Bryan Station. It's a tale of two halves, and the tale of two halves were the teams that me and Donovan seen all season. The first half was the North Carolina team we saw all March Madness. The second half team was the team that we saw all regular season. So it basically, man, it is what it is, man. I'm hurting right now, Donovan, bro. I'm hurting, but
I
Daniel, man,
understand. I
what's yours?
understand.
What's your takeaways from last night?
I mean, I was honestly surprised that Kansas was up 15. Um, I thought Kansas was going to win the championship when they played y'all. It seems like Kansas drunk a little bit of the Kool-Aid because after y'all North Carolina beat Duke, all they said was Kansas, 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 the better team, Kansas, the deeper team. It seemed like they kind of, drank the Kool-Aid. But honestly, what happened to y'all in the second half is what I thought was going to happen in the Final Four, and it did for most of the game. But in the last 5 minutes of the game, Manic started making some shots. Love started making some shots that they didn't make for about 34 minutes of the game, and they just couldn't make no shots in the second half once it got tight. So I mean, they won. They did what I thought they was going to do the whole game in the second half. They got out in transition more. They kind of got downhill and drove. Got y'all, either getting fouls or getting layups. So they did what I expected. I ain't that much surprised, but North Carolina put up a good fight. Hell of a season for a first-year coach. Glad my coach might make a comeback for one more year and coach his number one class, man.
I seen that.
Yeah.
They got to find the body first.
You say what? But why you spoke on that real quick? Let's dive into that real quick, Daniel. What's your thoughts on him potentially coming back? With the rumors are, Coach K might come back for one more season next year. What's your thoughts on that?
I kind of not surprised at all. I think who did I text? I don't know if I might have texted the group chat I'm in or something yesterday, and I was like, after they lost that game, I was waiting on Coach K to make the announcement. Like, I'm just playing. I'll be back next year. And now
Some Tom Brady shit.
I mean, yeah, because if you got top 2 recruiting classes for the next 2 years, I get it from Shire's perspective. If you mentally prepared yourself, but really, I don't think much changes since the news broke so soon. You didn't even get time to separate yourself from Mike Krzyzewski to get your mind in the mode of being the head coach. It would kind of piss me off slightly, but I mean it's Coach K. It ain't like it was.
It ain't like John Shire's going anywhere.
Yeah, he's gonna be there. No one's
he's the guy.
Guaranteed the job. So, that's how I feel about it. I mean, John Shire can wait one more year for the GOAT.
No,
yeah.
Get Coach
He can
K's
wait.
ass up out of there. What was it? What was that video that you made the other day, Donovan? Where there was a SpongeBob clip, and he said, "How many times must we teach you this lesson, old man?" Daniel, how many times must we put Coach K out of his misery, bro? You don't want no more smoke with us, man. You don't want no more smoke.
It's like if Tom Brady would have lost his last playoff game to the Saints, which he still came back. But I'm saying, if it was the Saints, there ain't no way in hell Tom Brady's hanging it up to the Saints.
Exactly.
It just ain't gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen. Donovan, man, what's next for our Tar Heels for next season? Hubert Davis, first year head coach, had a great first season, had a phenomenal season in general. What's your thoughts for North Carolina moving into next season?
Next year, got some pieces coming in. Some people's gonna step up. Puff really amazed me because having a nickname like Puff just automatically makes me think you soft, no matter
Boy, I
who
was
your
gonna say,
brother
you
is.
better be a hooper.
No matter who your brother is. I was like, Puff Johnson. I was like, boy, gotta be soft.
Is this
But,
a fresh gonna be a freshman next year?
During the game.
no, he's gonna be a sophomore next year.
What's his full name?
What is his actual
Well, I don't
name?
know. I just know him by Puff Johnson. He's
Is he play for?
Johnson.
Is he already on North Carolina, or is he a transfer coming in?
No, he was a freshman this year.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna get a little depth, which is much needed. Baycott might as well running back. I think Love is gone because I think honestly he'll end up messing up his stock, what he did through the tournament this year. This boy's been taking horrible shots all year. He just catches fire, it goes in. I think he kind of should just leave it off on a high note. We got another guard coming in next year.
Right back at you, Adam Kent. Right back at you.
He can go here too. But yeah, building a bench depth, getting another big man. I'm interested to see if Dawson Garcia is going to come back because when the team was asked about him during the tournament, everybody kind of looked at each other and kind of laughed it off. But yeah, building bench depth. I can't even say I expect more because it's going to be in the second year. I expected nothing more than the Sweet 16 this year, and we run us up in the tournament. So amazing run by Hugh, but he's also going to have to live up to that expectation at the same time. Like he did it this year, there's no excuse for you not to do it forward.
As Adam Kent said, Hot Dog ain't even got a team right now. I don't know what you got, Hot Dog, right now. I don't know what's going on with Louisville. Y'all got.
I got these jokes. That's what I got. I got these jokes. Used car salesman jokes. Used car salesman jokes. I got all these jokes.
You keep that on your shirt, Hot Dog.
You keep that for
what's that, Don?
What's on your shirt?
Oh, it's a Louisville shirt.
Oh man, you see what we did to a lot of animals during the course of this run?
Man, we had a horrible year this year.
Cruelty
no excuses. Horrible year.
Y'all played this year?
We showed up. We showed up.
Oh, I thought y'all was suspended.
The future is bright in Louisville.
Is it?
We're gonna see. We're gonna see about that. And then Adam Kent, he said, "Congratulations to Kansas, UNC, Villanova, and the other Final Four team." Well, look at Daniel's face. What you guys say to that, Daniel? They don't even address your squad by the team name. It's that other squad.
Hey man, I don't know what noise peacocks make, but that noise right back at you, man.
We haven't seen UK play in over 2 weeks. They lost to the NBC channel mascot. I don't want to hear nothing from UK fans. I don't want to hear nothing from them.
This is my thing with UK fans. While I got y'all on here real quick, UK fans, can y'all please help me understand this damn logic? What does y'all beat North Carolina and Kansas by 20-25-30 in the regular season have to do with, well, we beat both of those teams.
Can I answer that?
Y'all did. Like, what the hell does that got to do with any damn thing? Go ahead, Hot Dog.
Man, listen, it's easy. College basketball doesn't really get important until February, March. That's when teams really start showing their fangs.
Yeah.
UK beat North Carolina, I think, in December.
Yeah.
North Carolina did not look very good in December. We thought they weren't even going to make the tournament, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Fast forward January, they beat Kansas at Kansas by 18. Okay, yeah, whatever. Kansas wasn't looking that good also in January. But you know what, though? You know who started getting better as the season went on? You know who got worse as the season went on? North Carolina, Kansas got better, obviously, and UK got worse.
And I want to piggyback off y'all. This is for Philemon Johnson. Philemon, my bad.
Man, please, Daniel, rip this man, please.
Go ahead, floor yours, Daniel. Do what you got to do.
Give it to him.
I'm not going to sit here and do these text type back and forth wars. I always celebrate when my team wins the championship. If they don't win the championship, it is a failure. But I'm not ever going to let somebody that lost in the first round to a team we never heard of try to act like that is the same as Duke losing in the Final Four.
It's not even close.
That's not hypocrisy. We won the West region, and we got a Final Four banner. That's something that we hanging up. Do I celebrate that? It was a good season. It wasn't a great season because it didn't end in the ring. But what did UK get? What will they be hanging up? Embarrassment. So I'm not ready to listen to him try to compare. There's no comparison.
Hey, there it is. I'm gonna make sure I clip that.
No, he ain't the only UK fan you should be calling out right now. You know it too.
I'm just thinking of him directly, but we can clip this and I can post it and tag everybody individually. And
Yeah, because I got into it with one the other day, and I swear I lost about 2 hours of my life by arguing with this
Call
man.
them out. Name some names, because name some names on this.
I
joint.
can't remember the dude's name, but he's a guy that Daniel be arguing with on Facebook on that group chat all the time. He was one of those that's saying, "Oh, the SEC."
Oh,
They got
Minton.
Gerald Minton.
There you go.
Yeah, man, talk about how great the SEC was. They had one team make it to the Sweet 16. One. And it wasn't even UK. It wasn't even Tennessee. It wasn't Florida. It was Arkansas.
yeah, it wasn't Auburn. It wasn't nobody.
What Auburn? I told people Auburn was overrated. I told people they were overrated.
Hey, that's what we do. We call out names, because I know Donovan. I know you've been getting tagged here a lot lately, and plus I know Donovan been coming for everybody's neck this past month, pretty much tagging and going at everybody. So we call out names on this show. So Phil and Gerald Minton, you got to report to the congregation. We need to have a conversation with y'all. But anyways, moving on. Bill Self won his second national championship. So is it time to put Bill Self's name up into the upper echelon of other coaches that have won multiple titles? When we talk about great coaches, we always mention Coach K. We mentioned Jay Wright. Some people, not on this damn show, but some people mention Coach Cal. So
he ain't won multiple titles.
That's why I said it's not going to be in this group. So with that being said, is it time to put Bill Self's name up into the upper echelon of coaches? Hot dog, floor is yours.
Oh, dang, you got me going first. I've never been a Bill Self fan. I always say Kansas is one of the more overrated teams in each and every year. They did win the title this year, but I really didn't think they had a great team. He deserves it. I mean, even though I think they got sanctions coming for what the early rumors are, so we'll have to see. But for now, I'll give it to him. I mean, winning more than one title is not easy, and considering it's been 14 years since he won his last one. I mean, it's been a long time since in between two titles, so I respect that he keeps it going. But we've seen him have great teams before and not even make a run. I think one year they had Andrew Wiggins and Joel Embiid, and they lost in the second round to Northern Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like, he's had some bad losses. We just don't talk about him much because I don't respect Kansas as much as a lot of people do. I think the Big 12 has historically been a weak basketball conference, and they have dominated it. But I don't know. Like, I guess he deserves his flowers, but it's still a no for me, honestly.
I'm right there with you, Dog. Look, Bill Self got 2 titles. I mean, for now, you can't take that away from him.
They might. Somebody else might take it from him.
That's why I said for now. I said for now we can't take that away from him. But for me, and I know this is gonna sound like, oh, you just being bitter, Q. It was more so North Carolina lost that game than Kansas took that game.
It really was.
I don't think Bill Self coached them to win that game. It's just that we just started doing a lot of bonehead stuff, and Kansas started making shots, and it is what it is.
I mean, you just think about Kansas. You don't ever say, "Oh, Bill Self's a great coach." I've never heard one person tell me that.
Well, see, the thing about Bill Self is that he plays in the Big 12. Texas sometimes, Oklahoma once every 10 years. Like, he has no competition. So he's winning that conference every single year in and year out. So not too many people heap praise upon him because they're like, bro, you playing in a conference where there's no really competition.
And before he got to the Final Four, his toughest opponent was Providence.
So you see what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people don't have a lot of faith in Bill Self because one, the conference he coaches in, he wins it year in and year out. He dominates it, that's a good thing, but you have no competition. And 2, like a lot of people have said in the comments, he just chokes in the NCAA tournament. So for me, I don't think he's an elite coach. Is he a good coach? Yeah, but I think he just got lucky last night. We ran out of gas.
I think he got lucky the whole tournament. Villanova losing their second best player. They hit all those threes against Villanova because from what I've seen from Kansas, they don't hit that many threes. I mean, they have a couple of good shooters, but I mean, they hit over 8 to 10 threes against Villanova. I mean, that's usually Villanova's game.
Abaji came out and he was 4 for 4 from the 3-point line.
Villanova had no answer for him.
So I think Bill Self is more lucky than elite. But Daniel, what's your thoughts on Bill Self? Is it time to put him with the upper echelon of elite coaches?
I mean, you got to, and this is the reason why. He's got 2 ships, as we know, which is, and this ain't knocking nobody, but all those dope teams that Roy Williams had at Kansas and he never won a championship, Bill Self got it done. Because Roy won 2 or 3 at North Carolina.
He won 3 at North Carolina.
Coach that Kansas for 16 years and didn't win one. So I got to give Bill Self credit for getting it done twice, no matter how he did it. I think Bill Self does make adjustments. He might not be the best X's and O's guys, but he knows how to make adjustments. That's what they did in the second half. It also looked like they came out with more intensity, and they went back to their bread and butter. Transition, driving downhill. Y'all right. I don't think Kansas is a great shooting team, but during the tournament,
They couldn't miss.
Martin caught fire, and then, of course, they already had two good shooters. Yeah, Baji, he's not that great of a shooter or a free throw shooter. He missed 100 free throws. I didn't think
And also, Bill Self has a knack of keeping players around 7 to 8 years.
Yeah, he does. He does
Perry Ellis, I saw you on the end of the bench last night.
We say Adam Kent says Self and Cal are close to the same level, in my opinion. What you think about that, Daniel?
I actually agree. I'm sorry, I'm not Daniel, but I actually agree with that.
I think Self is a little better X's and O's guys. I'm not saying Calipari just rolls the ball out, but dribble drive offenses.
And Cal doesn't make adjustments.
He doesn't make adjustments. He doesn't use his timeouts in the right way. So I think Bill Self is probably, I probably would say he's up there just below my man at Michigan State.
Tom Izzo. But Tom Izzo's only won one title.
But Tom Izzo don't get top 3 classes every year.
But, man, he's had some great teams over the years, and he's faltered in the tournament as well. Let's not forget
that number 2. So let me ask y'all this. Hold on, before I get Donovan in
sorry.
Let me ask y'all this real quick. If you give Tom Izzo Bill Self's classes, would Tom Izzo have more than one championship?
More, yeah.
Okay, I can agree. I can agree with that.
I'm going X's and O's though. I think Tom Izzo's better than Bill Self X's and O's wise. Of course, he's not going to do. He's actually, you could argue, he's done more than he has. He just only has one ship when you compare his classes. Bill Self he might not be getting 1 or 2 classes, but he's getting 5, 6, 7 ranked classes.
It seems like he always gets that one great player, and then a bunch of other guys that stick around 2 or 3 years.
Tom Izzo's getting classes that are ranked like 30.
Yeah. He tried the one and done thing a couple of years. It didn't work out. I think he went back to the 3 to 4 year player thing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd have to agree. I think Izzo is probably better than Bill Self. Definitely better than John Calipari.
So Donovan, your thoughts, man? What is Bill Self? Is we putting him up there with the elite coaches, or is he still down there with the John Caliparis and all them trash coaches?
Trash.
You got to consider him a elite coach. He had a lot of things roll his way in this tournament. Because after who Kansas play in the Elite
Eight? Miami.
Yeah.
Wasn't Miami down a player too?
I think they were missing one. He wasn't like their second best player or nothing though.
Okay.
And they blew them out.
Yeah, smoked Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, so Final Four they get Villanova, missing a key player. Get to the championship. Our arguable best players playing at 40%, and he still had 15 and 15 on him. Mm-hmm. Just couldn't play keep playing on that sprained ankle all night. So I feel like he got a little lucky, and it was the first year coach that took him to the wire. Let's not forget that. We did blow it, but he's up there. He has a layup most of the season, so he can really do whatever he wants to in the regular season. Fiddling with the lineups, letting people play who ain't going to play later in the season in tough games, stuff like that. He has a lot more leeway than your other blue blood coaches like Cal and his conference, Duke of North Carolina and their conference. Heck, even Tom Izzo in the Big Ten, he has competition there in the Big 12. You know, he's just pretty much in a fishing boat most of the season, just kind of watching from the sidelines. He ain't got to do too much during the regular season. That's why in the tournament, when it comes, it's just like, well, we're not used to this kind of pressure, and they falter out, stuff like that. Kind of like Gonzaga for the most part.
Hey, Donovan, the streets need you. As Adam, he says, I need Donovan. I would say Donovan Jarman has kept me entertained this past month. Need more content. Donovan, the streets need you, fam.
I wouldn't really compare Kansas to Gonzaga, considering Baylor just won a title last year. Texas Tech made a Final Four, I think, the year before that. We've seen Oklahoma do well. We've seen Texas. Well, not really. I say that back. Not Texas. They suck. So, I mean, I would say the Big 12 is better than whatever conference is called that Gonzaga's in, but I understand what you're saying. They dominate year in, year out.
Yeah, slightly. Baylor comes around every once in a blue moon, and Texas Tech, yeah, they come around every once in a blue moon too.
I mean, if Calvin Sampson leaves, it's Houston. My bad, wrong squad. My fault. Thinking that you. Go ahead, Dan. You look like you want to get in there. Go ahead.
Houston joining the Big 12, but that's another subject. Two things. Okay, so next year so far, Michigan State has a number 33 ranked recruit class, which goes back to my point. But what I looked at when I looked it up was UK's recruiting class is 25th, which is significantly low for John Calipari. But of course, UK fans are delusional, so they'll expect the same results. So my question to the panel is, even though his recruiting class is a lot lower than it normally is, if he does something like losing the first or second round next year, do you think they'll go ahead and fire him and pay him his payout?
Too much money. I don't think so. Too much money.
Too much money, man. I don't think it'll happen.
I have been dying to say this on the show. I've been saying it all over Facebook, all over the group page. UK fans, why are there not for sale signs in Calipari's front yard like they were Tubby Smith? That's what I want to know.
Hold up.
Okay, so hot dog. If you really want to have this conversation, it's a little deeper than just doing that, right? So for Coach Tubby Smith, it was more so being black. That's what more so it boils down to be quite honest with you. You know what I'm saying? He was UK's first and only black coach that they ever had. They felt like he took the program a step back when really in all actuality they were still winning, but they just weren't winning championships. But as everybody on this panel knows, you not winning a chip that consistently. Like, you know, you win some, you lose some. It is what it is. But Tubby was still winning 25 plus games a season. He was still getting SEC titles. He was still getting regular season SEC titles. It's just that, you know, this fan base here in Lexington, Kentucky is spoiled and thinking that UK is supposed to go win a title every single year. And since Tubby Smith wasn't doing that,
delusional.
That's what happens. And now you got Coach Cal, who's doing the same type of thing. And I think people have posted it. I don't have it with me right now, but they've posted the last 5 seasons of Tubby Smith and the last 5 seasons of Coach Cal.
They're exactly the same. So it goes back to your question. Why isn't Coach Cal getting this same type of vitriol that y'all gave Tubby Smith? And basically what it boils down to is just that Tubby Smith was black. Somebody tell me where he lives. I'll go put one in his front yard. Somebody tell me where he lives.
But I mean, that's the real thing. But go ahead, Dan. You look like you want to jump in on that.
Oh, I was just saying, you would think UK was used to winning every year, but they've only won 3 championships in the last 45 years. So.
Yeah, let them know, Daniel. Let them know.
And then Adam, who's a UK fan, he said, I hate to say it, but Q is 100% correct. I say everyone that put the signs in were racist. He was my favorite coach and coach my favorite player. So I like I said, I think it more so had to do with his race than him actually not winning, because this is just me. If Tubby Smith,
you're probably right, but if
Tubby Smith was a white coach, he probably would still be at UK right this minute if he was a white coach.
It's just a shame because that man was such a great person for the community, him and his wife, and they still had the Tubby Smith Foundation that he's still very much involved in Lexington. It's just a shame that man was ran out of town literally.
And Adam Kenny said he did a lot, and UK did the right thing by retiring him to the Raptors because they know what he did at UK. He did an excellent job during his tenure at UK. He had a Final Four run. He brought him to a championship, even though it was with Rick Pitino's players, but he still had to coach them up, right? So he got UK a championship. So he did everything that he was supposed to. It's just like y'all said, they just delusional and thinking that UK should be in the title game every 3 to 4 seasons, and that's just not realistic.
I don't think they're relevant for real. Them and their fans, they're not relevant to me.
That's just not realistic, man. But speaking of coaches that get a lot of hate, Coach K has ruined a lot of college basketball teams. He's ruined a lot of college basketball dreams and hopes with his Duke Blue Devils. If you don't believe me, look at the 1992 UK game versus Duke. UK fans are still holding on to that damn game. And
30 years later,
and they still holding on to that game. It's like, bro, Christian Laettner got grandkids now. Like, why y'all still holding on to
kidding.
That? Like, why are we still holding on to that? So anyways, I'm going to let Daniel cook last on this because I'm really interested to see what he got to say. But why do so many people, it's obvious for me and Donovan why we hate Coach K. But hot dog, why do you think so many people, so many fan bases dislike Coach K?
I don't think it's a lot of fan bases. It's just one. It's UK fans. Us Louisville fans, we don't hate Coach K. I've never said a bad word about Coach K. Obviously, you and Donovan have reason to. Y'all, it's the number one rivalry in college basketball. It's because one kid did his job and hit one shot. 30 years later, you've never seen Coach K come out and say anything bad. You've never seen him come out and say anything hateful or negatory towards players or other teams. I mean, I think he had one scandal in the mid-'90s. I think they missed the tournament in '95. Something happened. I can't really remember what that was. It was a little
I was
before
gonna
my
say, wasn't he
time.
sick? Or he had back surgery or something like
No,
that?
no. Like his team got in trouble and they had to miss the tournament, I
Oh,
believe.
okay.
They went to the NIT. It was Jeff Capel's year.
Oh, I thought it was because something happened. They had to miss the tournament. So they were just not that good.
He had surgery. They were like close to 20 wins. Yeah, neither here nor there. They went to the NIT.
Okay,
I
so
Did you say K never said nothing bad about a player?
I mean, I could be wrong. Like I said, I could be wrong, but I've never
Don't
really
worry,
said.
Don't worry, I'll come back to it.
Okay, but I personally have never seen him say anything that would rub me the wrong way. But like I said, I could be wrong, and I'm open to listen to everybody's perspective. But I just don't get the hate. I really don't understand why everybody hates this man so much. And unless you're a North Carolina fan or another team in the state of North Carolina, I don't get it. Y'all gonna have to explain this to me. Like I said, I think it's because of Christian Laettner. And Grayson Allen. I'll say that Grayson Allen. I forgot all about that.
So,
I think he's
so
worse than Christian Laettner in my personal
before I
opinion.
let Donovan give his take, for me, it's a whole because for me, it's because damn it, Daniel, Duke Blue Devils have this smug, arrogant, condescending just aura about them. It permeates from Coach K. You are the team is a reflection of their coach.
I don't get that.
And Coach K comes off as this smug, just arrogant, just condescending. And don't get me wrong, he's a great basketball mind. He's a genius. I'll even say he's the greatest college coach of the modern era. But that doesn't mean that he still can't be all. As my uncle Shannon Sharp would say, two things can be true. He can be the greatest college coach of the modern era, and he could be smug and condescending and arrogant all at the same time. So for me, I think a lot of fan bases hate Coach K or dislike Coach K because of that, and because let's be honest, Duke has ruined a lot of teams' tournament chances year in and year out, and they hate Coach K because of it, because they feel like Coach K is just this arrogant, POS. But anyways, Donovan, floor is yours, man. Why do you think so many people and fan bases dislike Coach K?
All right, let's start with the loss in the Final Four. What could potentially be K's last post game interview, he threw Mark Williams under the bus
Okay, I
by
didn't hear
name, by name, for missing those free throws towards the end of the game. Like, this is your last game. This is gonna be his last memory of you, and you just gonna throw him under the bus like that. Like, he's fought hard for you all year. I want to say he was the ACC Defensive Player of the Year, if I wasn't mistaken.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, he's a great player. And I mean, if he wasn't down there, Baycott would have did him even more terrible, quite honestly. He's huge for them and missing them free throws. But yeah, he does come off as arrogant. He's self-centered. Like, the whole retirement tour thing threw me off. Like, coaches were mad that we didn't give him anything special in his last home game, stuff like that. Like, we gave you a L. Take that. Okay. I was like, it's a rivalry. Like, we have like the ACC media days in the beginning of the year when we shake hands and do all that stuff. But when it's time for the game, it was like we shouldn't have to worry about stuff like that. I feel like he's left out on his team a couple times. Like, the back surgeries, those games that don't count against his win and loss record kind of blow my mind too. Because when he had those back surgeries back in the 90s and then he had another one or two more after that, those losses don't count, but those wins are on his record, which is another thing. I don't know. K, he's a great coach, but he is arrogant. There's been plenty of times he's skipped the handshake line in games in the rivalry. And I don't know. I feel like Roy was always treating him with class and then giving him like sideways looks And I feel like we always treated them with the utmost respect, but like y'all want us to give you a gift like your last year. Like, what do you want from us? Like, we're your rivals. Like, you want to see us come out here and hand you a cake and blow out the candles in the middle of your court?
I
I was like,
agree
we blew
with you
out the
on that.
lights in front of all your alumni. How many of your alumni you had come back? Well, I think we gave you the best parting gift ever.
Man, I'm right there with you, D. Jarman, man, as far as Coach K and everything he does. But Daniel, you being the Duke Blue Devil ambassador of the show, why do you think Coach K gets a lot of vitriol from a lot of fan bases and a lot of people?
I mean, it goes it goes back to the origin of the uprising of Duke. I mean, a lot of people don't remember Duke before Coach K. They were successful. They have some Hall of Famers that people probably don't even know if I named them. But just like all basketball programs, if you look at Kentucky, you look at Kansas, North Carolina, but with Duke being a private school, that gives them automatic a privilege aura. And then with all their players being white ethnicity, that also gives them that privilege aura. So then the coach is white. I don't feel like he was arrogant until he got older. But I mean, he earned it. Kobe Bryant was arrogant. That's my favorite player. He earned it. I mean, it's one thing to be arrogant. And he's like, why are you so arrogant? You ain't that good. But they were that good. So that's part of the reason, like you said, they ended a lot of tournament runs. As far as talking bad about a player, I mean, he made a general statement. He said you like to make your free throws. Mark wasn't able to, but Mark also wasn't in the game for a long period of time, which is a fact. I mean, that's just answering the question. I mean, as far as like Hot Dog was saying something bad about a player, I can't remember a time where he said something like, "This player is a piece of shit" or anything like that. I've never
Or
heard.
even talking
Yeah,
down on another team. Like
yeah,
he never.
I've never heard him do that before. So, I mean, when you win all the time, people get fucking tired of you. It just is what it is. You win back to back, then 9 years later you win again. Then 9 years after that you win again. Like everybody hates you when you do that. Then you look at UK, they went from what 1970 something to 1996 before they won one. Then they won in '98. Then they went from '98 all the way to 2012. Now it's 2022. They ain't won since 2012. Luke won in 2015. So you know what I mean? But the thing is, I don't really understand it because they should hate North Carolina because since Roy Williams got there, y'all won 3. And that was
within 12 years of each other.
years, yeah. UK won 3 and 45. And y'all used to play them every year. And y'all used to beat them a lot. Then all of a sudden Cal got there and then they ducked the yearly head to head.
I
How he
mean,
ducked
Coach Cal ducks a lot of people in head-to-head matchups, but
Indiana, yeah, he ducked Indiana, so
that's neither here nor there. He would probably duck Louisville too. If it wasn't such a big rivalry, he would probably duck them too.
yeah, so I mean, that's just is what it is. That's kind of why I like Duke. Growing up, everybody hated them. I liked them. Plus, they had good players. So it is what it is. It makes you, no matter is it as relevant as UK thinks they are. That's how relevant Duke always is.
The thing
I
about
agree with that.
the thing about UK before we go on to the next topic is the funny part about UK fans is they think everybody is their rival and we're not. Like I don't understand that. Like they be beefing with us. Like bro, we have an all-time winning record against you guys. Like we don't like there is no rivalry between us, my guy. Duke, North Carolina, we ended the rivalry at with Coach K. We split 50-50.
Yeah.
That's a rivalry. UK is not our rival. Like y'all not I don't get it. Like they think everybody is their rival and we're not, and they go at everybody.
Here's what drives me nuts about UK fans. They say every team puts their best shot against UK. Nobody cares about y'all.
My favorite thing is them saying we lost and y'all still bringing us up. No, y'all talk shit all year and y'all lost. Now we're talking back to y'all about y'all talking shit and losing in the first round.
And you know what?
Y'all relevant.
and see that's the Andrew says, man, y'all firing shots today. Yeah, we firing shots today at all these UK fans because they've been talking cash shit all year long. Go ahead, Donovan, jump on in there, fam.
Okay. I really don't have much. It's the fans because honestly, they put Cal in such a tough position. Because he has done a lot. Tubby, I feel like he ran his course. Kind of think about Andy Reid's last years in Philadelphia. He did a lot for Philly. Fans had a couple bad years. They kicked Tubby out. We kicked Andy out. Andy moved on, did good. Tubby really not so good. But like really, who else would they expect to bring in what Cal does, like to the media days, to the draft boards, to just the overall aura of the program? Because
Yeah.
I honestly don't think it'll be the same, and they want them out so bad until they really have to step on that other side of the line, which I don't honestly think they would be too happy with. Cal's great for basketball. I think he really should switch up his offenses more instead of just a dribble drive with every class or every roster. More drawn up plays, more stuff to like suit the players. Because I feel like he's hindering his own development in that part of his coaching career. Because I mean, players can do more than just dribble and drive. You know, there's a lot more you can do. Because heck, even with Hubert this year, I was surprised with the sets that he ran. Because you know, with Roy, it was either a fast break or we ran a play that's what we call a secondary break. So everything was just fast tempo. I believe Hubert had a couple more sets than what Roy was actually running, which was actually kind of surprising to me towards the end of the season. But UK fans just need to calm down. I hate this for you, hot dog, but they're kind of like Cowboy fans, and they get a little too riled up. And
Hey, you know
sometimes they
what,
just need to calm
Don?
down a little bit.
Don, I agree with you. Like I have went on this show many times and said that no group of fans annoy me more than Cowboys fans, and I'm a Cowboys fan, and I can't stand Cowboys fans because they just drive me nuts.
We have horrible fans too, hot dog. You know,
No,
so
y'all just a
y'all just
horrible
worse.
team. Y'all just a
No,
horrible team.
we'll beat your fans up.
I wish. I wish I would. After my team gets done beating y'all's team up again.
We'll see, man.
We'll
See,
talk about
man.
that football season later on down the road.
I'm already ready. Q, you muted, my boy.
My bad, hot dog. We got some NBA contenders who could quite possibly miss the NBA playoffs, including the NBA play-in games. You have the Los Angeles Lakers, who are currently sitting at the 11th spot. I think they're 2 games behind the Spurs for the 10th spot for the play-in matchup. And then on the east side, you got the Brooklyn Nets, who are currently in the 10th spot, and they are tied with the Hornets for the 10th spot. So, fellas, who will miss the playoffs? The Lakers or the Nets? I'll just go ahead and get this shit out the way. Lakers ain't going to no goddamn playoffs. You can cancel Christmas, or you can cancel that shit. You can cancel whatever else you got to cancel because that ain't happening. Cancun on 3. And then as far as the Brooklyn Nets, oh, they'll make the play-in game, I believe, because they're 5 games up on the Knicks, who have the 11th spot. So they're going to secure the 10th seed, and they'll play the winner of they'll play the Hornets, and then they'll play the loser of the 7-8 matchup. So the Brooklyn Nets will be making the playoffs. The Los Angeles Lakers will be on Beyond the Game doing NBA coverage for us here pretty soon. But Daniel, man, what's your thoughts on the NBA playoffs? Who's making it? Who's not?
Much like you, the Lakers were up 20 points about a week and a half ago, and they blew that game. Then was that New Orleans? Yeah, that was New Orleans.
Yep.
Then Anthony Davis came back. They were winning the whole Sunday. They were winning the whole game, and they lost that game. Anthony Davis played good. So no, the Lakers are not making the playoffs. I don't even know how the Spurs are ahead of them because the Spurs suck, but I feel like Pop is going to motivate his team to stay ahead of the Lakers and get that last playing game. As bad as the Spurs are, they just won't tank. I guess they took on the integrity of their coach, and this will be their second playing game in the last 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side, the Knicks suck. They can't make up that ground. The Nets will make the play in. I think they probably will beat Charlotte. But if they have to go to Atlanta, I got the Nets losing to Atlanta in Atlanta and not making the playoffs.
So if there's a matchup between Atlanta and Brooklyn for the final playoff spot, which would be the 8th spot, because the winner of the 7-8, which is who's the 7? The 7-8 is Cavs and the Hawks. If the season were to end today, let's say the Hawks lose that matchup, they play the winner of the 9-10, the Nets. So if you get a Hawks Brooklyn matchup, you saying you got the Brooklyn Nets losing against the Atlanta Hawks for the last playoff
If
spot.
it's in Atlanta, I got them losing.
Oh shit! All right, Donovan. Who makes the playoffs between these last 2 squads? Not Knicks. I'm sorry, the Nets and the Lakers.
I didn't even know the other team was really still a team, but it's definitely not the Lakers. It's horrible. Honestly, they should just go ahead and cut ties with Vogel just to like keep it all the way 100. Like just go ahead and cut that off him. just go ahead and open that up. So when other coaches go out early in the playoffs, they already know. I'm pretty sure they expect it. But yeah, Nets in the East, even though East has been quite tougher. Yeah, they're gonna make it. That Atlanta Hawks Nets, that is a nice matchup right there, though. I won't lie. That would be a nice matchup. But yeah, Nets is gonna make it. Lakers should just go ahead and shut it down. Always doubtful needs to go ahead and
Bron already shut it down.
know. Yeah, they just need to go ahead and just go. I don't know. They need to do something. They need to come on here and kick it with you or something. Q.
That's why I said they be on here doing our NBA coverage for us. Hot dog, I already know. Go ahead, man. Let the Lakers have it because I know it's what you better go ahead and get into. Go ahead.
Man, thank you, Q. Thank you for bringing this topic up, man. Y'all Lakers are trash. Y'all absolutely horrible. I'm sick and tired of you bronzexuals out there sticking up for this man like y'all owe him some money. I'm sick and tired of you Lakers fans. I'm sick and tired of you Bron fans. Y'all trash. Y'all gave away your whole future to bring in always doubtful, always in street clothes, whatever you want to call this man. Y'all get exactly what y'all deserve. Y'all suck. I love it. Y'all are not making the playoffs. Now, as the Nets go, I think it's a foregone conclusion they are going to make the playoffs as a 10 seed, possibly the 9. I don't know how far they are behind Charlotte. But man, nobody care about you, Andrew. I'm with Daniel though. If they have to go to Atlanta, I had them losing that game. And if they had to go to Cleveland, they'll beat Cleveland.
Yeah, beat Cleveland.
They'll beat Cleveland.
Y'all really got the Hawks beating the Brooklyn Nets. I like his
Trae Young is just so cocky, so arrogant, and he does. We saw him last year in the playoffs. He puts up when he has to. So I like the Hawks to win that game if it happens.
Trae got a nice little career in New York too. Y'all see what he did to the Knicks last year. So
absolutely.
maybe just not in Atlanta. You know, he got some swag up there in New York too.
Hey, Andrew said y'all hyped off of one game. What y'all got to say to that? Andrew said y'all hyped off of one game.
I told Andrew 2 weeks before they played the Hawks when they go to Atlanta, that was an L. He didn't want to believe me. They took that L. Atlanta's not no easy team because they are.
I gotta say something real quick. Trae Young got put out in the Eastern Conference Finals against the eventual NBA champions.
I'll say this.
I like Trae Young, man.
This
He's a cocky little guy. I like him.
It's been a rough Lakers season. I literally witnessed a LeBron fan get mad about Magic Johnson's comments that were factual, say that Magic Johnson was lying, and in conclusion, he wanted to fight. Literally fight.
He wanted to fight who?
Andrew can attest to this. He wanted to fight. I'm just telling you.
It ain't never that serious, man.
Bro, it's not that serious, bronzexuals. It's not that serious.
It's never that serious.
Andrew laughing.
Hey, man, what is wrong with people?
I will never, and I don't care. I know people tag me in LeBron stuff all the time, which is cool. It comes with it. But I will never, ever fight over a dude that
you will never meet.
Doesn't care.
I don't, for one, that's not a blood relative, and two, not my damn son. So all this, I'm about to fight over LeBron stuff. Y'all can miss me with all that. Y'all can square up and do whatever y'all want to do.
Man, I'm telling y'all, if I was like that, I'd get so many fights during football season, it'd be unreal.
Derek Stevenson said, "Say a name. Say my name. Drop that name, Daniel." He said, "Drop that name, bro." And then, we got Andrew says, "I'm crying, man." Hold on. He said, "No, it's our homie. It's our homie is the funny. Oh, it's our homie. So that's what makes it so funny." Okay, I get it. Okay, I
tuned in late, but I just couldn't believe that. Like, I'm the biggest Kobe Bryant fan. I'm not fighting over Kobe Bryant.
Like I said, bro. First of all, I'm 38 years old. I'm not great. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not about to be fighting over LeBron James' comment.
Man,
bro.
I can't believe this dude ain't come after me because I'll be hating on LeBron every time they lose.
Bro, it's never. Hold on. Derek Stevenson said, "I will fight y'all about Coach Cal." And just like Coach Cal, that's probably gonna be a losing battle, Derek. You probably gonna shoot me, bro.
You gonna go to North Broadway Auto Sales in a couple years when he loses his job at UK and buy a car off of him?
He gonna talk hella people in the backyard.
And he said, Andrew said, "I said the word Bron, and you would have thought I woke the dead."
Oh, man, I'm telling you, boy, that boy didn't say nothing. And somebody mentioned Bron, this motherfucker jumped through the roof.
Is it that bad?
When Brian is mentioned in the group, it's automatic 80 comments on the thread.
Hey man,
if you got time and you're bored, just say the word LeBron. You got you're entertained for a couple hours.
If you at work, you need something to do. Just type in something negative and put Bron at the end of it, bro. You're gonna have yourself a good time for the next hour and a half, 2 hours, bro. You gonna have yourself a good time. But anyways, keeping up with the NBA season, the NBA MVP is coming down to a close race between Joker, Giannis, Embiid. I mean, you could throw a whole list of names in there, not name LeBron James because he definitely shouldn't be in the runners. And people kill me with this. Oh well, because he had a good season that he should be. No, that's not.
No. If your team don't make the playoffs, you don't get to be the MVP.
How this MVP should work. So for the final topic for the day, I don't know. Derek Stevenson said, "Let me go find this post." So for the final topic of the day. Who you guys got as the MVP as the NBA season is winding down? I think most teams have 4 to 5 games left. This will probably be the last season in the NBA. I mean, last week in the NBA. For me, y'all already know how I'm rolling. I'm rolling with my dude, Greek Bartholomew Antetokounmpo for my NBA MVP. I think he'll also probably get the NBA Defensive Player of the Year award as well. Giannis is coming into this season. Hold on, I had his stats right here. Giannis is averaging in this season 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. And currently his team is ranked, in the Eastern Conference, third in the Eastern Conference with a 48-30 record, which is 2 games behind first place. So for me, let me get Giannis Antetokounmpo to win his 3rd MVP this season. Hot Dog, who you got as the MVP?
Well, I'm gonna break this up. I'm gonna break with who I think will win, and I'm gonna break it up into who I think should at least be considered because I haven't heard his name in MVP candidacy. I think, God, I think Giannis will win it. I'm not a real big Giannis fan, but he's balling this year. 30, 11, and 5. That's pretty impressive. And got your team 3rd in the East. I think Giannis will win. It'll come down to him and Embiid, in my opinion. But who I think should be considered ain't really been talked about. Why not Luka? Luka's got the Mavericks. I think in the 3rd or 4th spot right now. He had an awesome February and March. I believe his numbers are pretty almost equal to the Greek Freaks. I know definitely rebounds and definitely assists. And
9 assists, 9 rebounds.
What's that?
9 assists, 9 rebounds, 28 points.
So I mean, he's the dark horse in my opinion. I think he should definitely get consideration, and I think the Mavericks are a better team this year than they were last year. Yeah, man, you got a problem with that, Drew? I like Luka.
Drew said you have a man crush on Luka.
What's wrong with Luka?
I think for Luka, he just came on too strong, too late, and it's too late of a time for him to make a push past Embiid, Giannis, or maybe even Joker. So I think he just is. I mean, he makes a great case for it, but I just think it's too little, too late for Luka. I just don't see him winning MVP. Although he's taking the Dallas Mavericks from the 7th seed up to the 4th seed, I just don't think he's had enough time to win it. But D. Jarman, CEO of Fuck Duke United, who you got as the MVP this season?
Greek deserves it. Greek deserves it. I'd like to see Embiid win one, but Greek deserves it. And honestly, I don't know why Booker's not getting more consideration. Maybe because his overall stats ain't as pretty as other people's, but the time CP3 was out and how he just carried the team, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's like that year when Nash won the MVP over who was it? Kobe. Yeah. Nash's numbers were not better than Kobe's.
No.
Devin Booker's numbers aren't better than a lot of the other front runners like Joker, Embiid, or Greek. But I think he's done the most impressive job with his team.
I can agree with that.
But Greek is going to win. I want Embiid to win. But I feel like Booker, we need to put some more respect on his name for sure.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. Booker does need to have a little bit more MVP publicity right now. And I don't know why the Phoenix Suns are putting more publicity behind Devin Booker to be MVP because he could definitely make a case for it. But Daniel, who you got?
I got to be different than the panel. It's hard for me, honestly, because I like Embiid. I've liked him maybe since his first or second year. I've said he's the best big man in the league when people were on the Carl Anthony Towns train early. Best footwork in the game, definitely Embiid and Jokic. I don't know how to rank them, but that's 1 and 2. I would like to see Embiid get one. The only thing I just don't like, I don't even know if it's Embiid or if it's the offense, but
It's hard.
God dang, that man shoots too many jumpers for me when he weighs 280 damn pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I wish he had a little bit more Giannis in him because nobody can do nothing with him if he just backs him down. But it's hard for me to go against my guy Jokic. He ain't had Jamal Murray all year. I don't know what kind of ACL tear he had where this man's got to be out for damn near 2 years. But, I mean, he's averaging 27 points, 14 rebounds. I think he's averaging 9 or 8 assists, 1.5 steals. I know it's going to go to somebody with a better record, but, I mean, they like, what, 5th in the West?
They're 6th in the West, I believe.
And it's literally because of him. Go with Luka. Only thing about Luka, I don't know, man. Something about that Mavericks team I just don't like. So I'll probably roll with Embiid or Giannis. Embiid and Giannis' stats are exactly the same. They both averaging 30 points. I think they both averaging 11 rebounds. I think Embiid has the slight block edge, and Giannis averages 1 more assist. So it's between them two in my book. I hope it ain't Giannis. I don't have nothing against Giannis. He's starting to hit turnaround jumpers. He's starting to hit threes. I would just rather see Embiid win one, honestly.
Yeah, we've seen Giannis win enough.
You damn right. You gonna see Giannis win again. What'd you say, Donovan?
We ain't seen him win enough, man.
We ain't seen him enough. Hold on. Andrew said this is a comment towards Dan. He said, I always liked Embiid since Harden got traded third face ass dude. Dan, you want to comment on
I mean, I don't really have to say too much. The search bar is your friend. I know BTG is the forum's not that old, but you can go back to the Spectrum. Never mind. No, you can't because we know why. But I can go back to the Spectrum and go back 5 years and pull up comments about Embiid. So
you tell him you keep receipts. You keep receipts.
Yeah. Oh man, it's in there. The Spectrum. I hope they ain't deleting comments over there, man.
Oh man,
they are right now. They watching this show. They're doing it right now.
And say we do this every day. Yeah, that's what we do. But anyways, man, we appreciate everybody who hopped on here with us for a quick little hour to go over the Final Four, talk about Coach K a little bit, talk about the UNC meltdown, which I'm still hurt over. I don't know if I'm gonna go to work tomorrow. I didn't go today. I ain't going tomorrow. I might not go Thursday. Might not even go Friday. I got plenty of PTO. But anyways, we get right on up out of here. Donovan, man, appreciate you coming through and kicking with us. We're gonna have you on the show a lot more coming up here soon, especially during the football season when the Eagles kick off. And we know how trash the Eagles and Cowboys are, so we'll definitely have you on here.
Y'all had to beg a 45-year-old quarterback to come back to let y'all be relevant.
You damn right we did. Hey, you do what you got to. Have you not seen what the Rams are doing? Damn right we got to do that. Shoot, y'all to be doing it too.
They literally have turned the salary cap off.
Shoot,
they back, man. We got to let LA know who we are, man.
Man, they playing with Madden with the salary cap turned. I'm like, bro, how the hell did y'all sign Bob? I thought y'all didn't have no money. Then now they
about to sign Honey Badger.
I'm like, where they getting this money from, bro? Like, what's going on? Like, is the owner signing personal checks to these dudes? Like,
has to be.
Man, you know how when you go to the Monopoly game, but you brought some money from your Monopoly game? That's
that's it.
I'm like, bro, how you doing this?
I don't cheat when I play Monopoly. I don't, I know a lot of people cheat when they play the game. They hide properties, all that. I just come with my own money. That way I can say, even if I don't win, I was second to last, man. That's what we doing.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Daniel, I'm not a fan of it, and I don't like it. Not one bit, damn it. I'm telling you that shit right now. I ain't a fan of it at all. At all.
On the playoffs, man.
At all. Yeah, it's just us two. I mean, the 49ers are trash. Packers are regressing. All they got is Aaron Rodgers and Aaron Jones. That's it. Who else is in that? I mean, the Cowboys is the Cowboys. The Eagles are the Eagles. I mean, ain't nobody else to really be afraid of in the NFC.
Can't really argue.
Trading first round draft picks away and stuff.
So it is what it is. Andrew said that they assigned him officially. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about the Honey Badger? Or are you talking
I think he's talking about the Honey Badger. That's not official.
We're still waiting on final contracts for Aaron Donald, Odell Beckham, and Tyrann Mathieu right now.
Okay, cool. There it is. Well, we get ready to get on up out of here. Everybody tuned in. We appreciate you tuning in for another great show. You can always catch the show on the YouTube channel. If you can't watch it on YouTube, download the app on the Amazon Fire Stick. Check us out on there. You can always listen to us on all major podcast streaming platforms. So for a morning North Carolina fan, and I know Donovan's morning too, because damn, we was right there. We was that damn close, bro.
It's not a funeral; it's a celebration.
We was that damn close, Donovan.
Put Drew's comment
My
up.
banner came in today.
Hold on, put Donovan John. If you're gonna sit there and let them talk about us like this, you can't be the BTG real.
Hey man, I'm gonna let our play speak for it, man. We wasn't supposed to be in the playoffs. We made it there. Didn't do nothing once we got there, but
Nah, they didn't
true.
do nothing. They
Didn't
ran into
nobody
my
expect
Bucks.
us to got it there.
Yeah, they ran into Tampa Bay. But anyways, we get ready to get on up out of here. And as always, we want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We have to stay, y'all. Peace.
Peace.